Good evening. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to Night Talk. So, breaking news the United States president has uh, successfully, I'm reading from the Donald J. Trump. This is X. We have completed our very successful attack on the three nuclear sites in Iran. This is following this bombing. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, that's Fordham. All planes are safely on their way home. Congratulations to our great American warriors. There is not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention. So, the president is going to be speaking here momentarily. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to Night Talk. So, this is breaking news. President Trump is expected to deliver an address to the nation here at 10 o'clock, and it's 10 p.m. right now. I am trying to get this live. So, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, says they've successfully hit three nuclear sites in Iran. So again, I'm trying to get the sound as soon as it comes on. Give me a moment. Just getting set up now. Just give me a second. All right. So these were American B-2 bombers that struck, let's see, as this second week of conflict is entering. So what we know so far, as I'm trying to await this news cycle to come on, what we know so far about the 3 nuclear sites that were targeted by the U.S. is that they were struck, these 3 key nuclear sites in Iran. President Donald Trump said Saturday evening the sites are Fordow, Isfahan, and Natanz, which lie at the heart of Iran's nuclear ambitions. Natanz is the nuclear complex
time ago, the US
about
military
250
carried out
kilometers or
precision strikes on
150
3
miles
key
south of the
nuclear
capital of
facilities
Tehran
in the
and
Iranian
is considered
regime,
Iran's
Fordow,
largest uranium.
Natanz, and Esfahan.
Looks like we're going to
Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran. A short time ago, the U.S. military capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat on the 3 posed by the world's number one facility. Obliterated. Iran, the bully of the destruction of Iran, must now make peace. Nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's number one state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier. For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so. I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Raisin Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them. God bless the Middle East. God bless Israel, and God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So you just heard it. President Donald Trump addressed the nation after he announced this evening that the U.S. has successfully hit 3 nuclear sites in Iran. Trump had been weighing military action for days as Israel and Iran continued to trade strikes. This is huge news. You heard the president there. Hopefully, this will be it. But the U.S. informed Iran that strikes would be contained and that nothing further is planned. The U.S. conveyed conveyed the Iran through back channels that were discussed. And I'm again trying to get the news on to you as it is happening.
Learned that Rwanda, you know all about Rwanda, and the Congo will be doing a peace settlement, probably coming in on Monday or Tuesday. We're going to be signing it up, and we've stopped the very
All right, so let me just take a moment to catch us all up on this news. On the right is Associated Press. So, Israel Iran war. Trump now says Iran will face more military strikes. You heard him. there at the White House unless it makes peace. Just in now, Trump says Iran's key nuclear sites completely and fully obliterated by strikes. 3 minutes ago, just in, Iran's nuclear agency confirms completely, fully obliterated by strikes. So we are definitely going to be keeping our eye on this tomorrow morning. Um, the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, is going to be speaking from the Pentagon. I'm certain that all major cities are probably on high alert. I know New York City is. I just saw that. So pray for peace. What does this mean? U.S. Um, we could be at war. I mean, we struck, and hopefully this doesn't draw us in to a major war. Good evening to my moderators. I see you both, Vicky Black and Baby Juju. But I've been watching this, kind of in the background. I've been talking about Iran and Israel, and just kind of staying with the news, without mentioning it as much. But um, there's been much talk about this. We started talking about it last year. And um, what does this mean? Could we be drawn in? I mean, we struck tonight. I know, Lord have mercy. Um, for our men and women that are in the military, for those families inside of Israel and Iran this evening, and all areas around. They've been saying to the embassies to get out. Um, it's clearly, if you had listened to the news, President Donald Trump had mentioned that it was going to be a 2-week window before he made his decision, and this came tonight. He was going to give it 2 weeks, and this came tonight. So, we're not going to talk about the news all evening, but again, it's big on the world stage. The U.S. sent, missiles and struck 3 Iranian nuclear facilities. Latoya says Trump said he is trying to get Iran to the table. Yeah, it's like, all right, show of force, and it's time to talk now. Or likely, if talks don't lead to peace, then the situation could get much worse. We could be drawn into a war with Israel on in Iran, and other nations could also be drawn in on the other side. And there's Pakistan, there's China, there's Russia, there's all that are looking at what happened tonight. Baby Juju says no notifications. I know. I hope not. I hope that we don't get drawn in. We don't need to be in, another war right now. But so this is major. I'm just, coming to the mic just now and trying to gather as much information. You can go back. You can go to the whitehouse.com or on YouTube. It's the White House, and you can watch the president's, it was brief, speech that he gave tonight at 10 o'clock. Yeah. So until I can, gather as much information that I can, I'm certain that in the morning, um, all of the news cycles, they're carrying it right now. I don't want to carry anything live because I don't want to get struck, um, you know, with carrying any live news broadcast. Okay. So give me a second, a moment to just kind of flip over, change the screens, and come on, maybe just talk for a few minutes about maybe everything else. I don't know. So just hang on for a second, all right? So tonight, if there was a D, it would be for destruction. Again, I haven't, planned everything out. I just came on to break the news. President Donald Trump was live at the White House making an announcement that the United States has struck Iran 3 nuclear sites. Yeah. So we will turn to that, I'm certain, sometime in the morning. Thank you. Vicky Black says, take your time, Teddy. I know, I'm just coming on this live. Welcome back to the Bear Cave. Let me take my headphones off. Let me know that the sound is good. I'm going to bring down the music in the background. It's a lot to take in. Yeah. When you think about it, the United States could be on the brink of a war. Remember when President Joe Biden was, in office and used the term World War III? I remember that. And so this is a fight right now between Israel and Iran, and the United States is an ally of Israel. But, when President Donald Trump came into office, one of the things that a lot of people thought is, he was going to, bring peace, no war, peace. We don't want to be in a war. And tonight, well, the United States has shown its strength by, dropping bombs in advance to bring. Again, this is just my opinion. I've been listening to a lot of it. To bring, Iran to the table to, end this. That we don't want to go to war, because a nuclear war. I was listening just today. It would be devastating for the world. Really, I mean, would be very serious. It would only take minutes. So you're watching what's going on? Yeah. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I think because the news is so grave, it just, kind of wipes everything off the table. People don't want to panic over this, and certainly, just hopefully that we're safe and that it doesn't, escalate into anything more. Yeah. But we have to be aware of the times that we're living in. Yeah. And there are countries that have nuclear weapons: the United States, Russia, Israel, India. They're developing, are on the brink of, getting a nuclear warhead in Iran. So we want to stop that because, we don't want Iran, at least that's what's being said, to have a nuclear weapon. Hmm. Yeah. It's not me. Good evening says, you ain't going to hit me first to get me to the table, hoping for the best with this mess. We don't know what's going to happen. There possibly could be some type of, reaction. We just don't know. But I think the U.S. is ready, right? Yeah. We're a superpower. We better be. Yeah. Because some would say provocation. No, this is a it's direct message. So I don't want to say, too much. Um, yeah. I'm just pausing, and um, there's a lot going on in this world. Mhm. A lot. Not only between, um, you know, Israel and Iran. There's other, very very important things that are going on. How this is going to hit the markets in the morning, I don't know. Um, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. I see Viva, baby Juju. Yeah, prayer hands go up. All right. So what's going on out there in YouTube land? I didn't listen as much as I did yesterday, but certainly I think there's probably still some things going on. Um, Let me change the banner. I could do that. Breaking news. Give me a second since I'm going to change it. All right, so you can email me right now at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. What should be the D for tonight? hmm Mimi Twin says the YouTube streets are messy. I see main channel was removed. Who is that? I can wait a minute. Trying to make out this. Is that donut? A donut. That's just I have no. This is crazy. So what has this been? 3 content creators in a week. Um, all about the trees. I know it seems like so long ago, right? Then yesterday, was it yesterday? Maggie, and now Danat. hmm It's just crazy. Now I didn't know that there was like something going on with Danat, and I can't assume anything. What I probably think who it might be, right? Um, 'Cause I don't, I've watched his channel, but he has the channel that I've seen coming up is his coverage of Diddy. So his main channel, what was that called? Like Denat 007, something like that, or just Denat. I don't know. Other folks inserting themselves in the mess. Mhm. What I did see, and it was so brief, and it was just on the chat, or maybe Maggie put it up. Again, I didn't watch her video like I did yesterday, but something about if she removes the strike, then the other person will remove the strike, something like that. Uh, that that's a bad deal. There's no deal there. I would say no to that. That's the biggest trick. Um, it had over 50,000 subs. Wow. I did not know his channel had grown like that. Seemed like the last time I really looked at it, it was probably around 30,000. He has grown. Wow. It's awful. Was he broadcasting there on a regular basis? Because again, I thought he was covering that on Diddy trial. That's what I've been seeing. Like come up in shorts, on my feed, or coverage like that. Mhm. I'm just shaking my head because it doesn't end. Again, I'm not defend. I don't even know. I have no idea what happened there. I have no idea at all. At all. hmm So not a lot since the trial. Okay. Yeah. I'm just trying to stay focused and waiting as I'm waiting and doing other things. Yeah. Um, I could say a whole lot, but I'm not saying a lot. I'm just kind of waiting to see, uh, how the judge rules in my case, right? And while I'm waiting, just well, I can't really say a whole lot yet. Yeah. Mhm. So when I can, I will. And until then, I wait. Yeah. What is this? Other folks inserting themselves in the mess? Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to get it. I only because yeah, when I have, I get, I've been accused of teaming up with all these different people, and I haven't. So calling people's jobs, I had no idea. I'm not following any of that. All I do is say, how does this person or these people find time for all this? I have no idea. Trying to get them fired. Mhm. Yeah. 2025. Yeah, we're making. I'm taking the steps, so we just have to see where it goes. Yeah. Yeah. Because this is gonna end too. It does. Yeah. I know people have said, "You've been talking about this." Yes, I have. But this is, slow and steady. Yeah. Wins the race. And yeah. Viva says, no worries. Yeah, they are all connected because there's a central individual and individuals at the center of all of this. Mhm. And this sector is, I don't know if this sector is widening, but I'm seeing names appearing that I've never seen before. Maybe it's just because you know, I don't know all these different names, in other people's chats because I'm not watching them as often. So maybe people that are around are just, part of it. But I'm seeing a lot of new names. Mhm. And I don't know all the personal, beefs that are going on. Yeah. But they do seem to be related in some way, at least some of them. Yeah. How I just don't know how it keeps, continuing, and everybody else is affected, it seems. Yeah. I'll just say that. Yeah. And I definitely sense that there are different alliances. Mhm. Everyone who is seems like, or you think they're on one side or the other. I don't know what to believe anymore. Yeah, some of it I just don't know. So yeah, I'm. I just try to comment on really what I know with the receipt. Yeah, and then kind of, yeah. That's why you hear me kind of like, oh, I don't really know. It's because I don't want to speak too much about it. Yeah. The things content creators do for content is sick in this sector now. This sector is nothing like it was when I first came on this channel. Yeah, it's nothing. It's like, um, yeah, it's not. I don't know if it's attracting newer content creators in the way that it was. Yeah. Again, because I just don't know. But yeah, want to move on to something very different. But I definitely this this has to be addressed. I'm addressing it, and you know when there's resolution, then I can really turn the page. They're getting more desperate. Yeah. It's like it's like anybody's safe. Yeah, there's no more fun on YouTube anymore. It's definitely not. It's more it's not even the kind of mess that it used to be. Yeah, I mean there was mess, but it's just different. It's more vicious. Mhm. Yeah. I mean really. And it involves a lot of people. That's the thing. It involves a lot more content creators who are getting affected. Um, um, I don't know. And the thing is, um, we often hear a person say, "Oh, they've never started it. Don't mess with me." And then, but this individual is at the center of a lot of the mess. Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I do. And there's not a lot of people on this app to trust at all. It's just I'm talking about content creators. I just don't know. Yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot of history, and I don't. Yeah. My experience has not been real good. Yeah. There's a lot I can say. Yeah. Baby Juju says I'm only committed because of my loyalty to the beer cave. I appreciate your support. I just want the truth to come out on all of this so that we can truly turn the page. Yeah, there has to be accountability and resolution. And until then, it's there won't be. This will continue to go on. Yeah. Mhm. So, yeah. Wow. 48 minutes I've been on. Yeah. Um, Probably will stay on until 11 o'clock. Could play some music, but I don't know. What is this? Mimi Twin says unmasking the avatar with Nosy Ho Live was almost like a game now. And this is treacherous. Yeah, people are getting really hurt off of this YouTube, and it's serious. Mhm. It's serious. And we just don't know what we don't know. Right? Yeah, I don't. No, I don't follow. I don't watch these other channels. I just, if something is like, related, talking about, like strikes and that, of course I'm going to be interested in seeing how that might um, affect my channel or anything else. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Other than that, uh, I'm a small in number. Yeah. There's people watch when they think I'm going to, you know, get messy or whatever, or they may be interested in knowing more, getting an update. Yeah, that's what they're watching for right now. And I'm not saying a whole lot. Yeah, not yet. Not yet. Praying for justice, that's what we need. Because too many people are being affected. Yeah, yeah. hmm what is this? It's not me says, Mimi, that's what happens when people are allowed to do all types of malicious things and it's never checked. Yeah, it's due time. It's over. It's way past time. Yeah, that's a good point. So, yeah. Otherwise, it's just brazen. It's brazen, and I just have to wait. I can't, I can't say too much yet. I'm in my own dealing with it. Yep. Mhm. All right. So again, if you are just now joining me, I came on with a little bit of the news of the U.S. striking Iran, and that's kind of on my mind, in the back of my mind, and yeah, and then YouTube. Well, yeah, that I want to see that so badly. YouTube doing, just more to tighten up the rules. Yeah, on this platform. I mean, to really enforcing the rules. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mhm. They need to. Are they are they putting some things in place? We see incremental things every year. Changes, but it takes. It's a process to fight um, strikes because YouTube again they have to follow, you know, the guidelines and the laws that are in place right now. So they err on the side of caution, and we're talking about dealing with. It's just brazen. I mean, if a person, impersonates, makes up things, says things that aren't true, creates things, it's hard to fight that. It takes a long time, and sometimes YouTube just doesn't. Um, the argument, you have to keep going back and back, and they keep. Sometimes, I've been rejected multiple times, but I keep, until I get it. But it can make a person. Some people just give up because they don't want to keep fighting it, because it's a process and it can be discouraging. But and that's what they hope they do to people, is just tire people out, and some people don't want to fight. Yeah. Ecclesiastics 8 and 11. I'd have to look it up. Maybe a news channel. I've done. I was doing, my morning news, and I will still do some of that. My news was struck too, and yeah, he's like whatever I was putting up, they find a way around it. hmm Yeah, yeah, yeah. Threatening to call the news channels. Yeah, yeah. Baby Juju says it does make you wonder if there is someone on the inside. Yeah, I mean there are. I know of at least two videos that I could point to where there's been a couple of content creators who seem to say they've had like a back channel into getting things done. Whether whether or not it's true, I don't know. Yeah. There are much larger content creators. Once you get over like 100,000 followers, then you're at a different level where YouTube will assign a manager to your account. So that is someone who you can reach out to. Mhm. And they do, give deference to, larger content creators. But even some larger content creators have had problems as well. Oh, maybe, yeah. Oh, maybe the media needs to get involved. Yeah. Um, I mean, look at that story that happened with the content creator, there in Las Vegas. It was tragic. What happened to that story? It was a story for several days, and then what is going to happen with that? The consequences. Yeah. Are laws going to be changed? You know, for harassment and stalking and cyberbullying and that. Hmm. But it's not just that. People are making up stories. Yeah, disinformation, misinformation. We're in a different age, and social media is partly to blame for it. Or maybe I should say the people that, yeah, the way social media can be used. Yeah, yeah, it, it's affecting all of our lives. Hmm. It's not. It's just a different world we live in. That's it. It's crazy. Anything else? It's almost 11 o'clock, and um, yeah, this this segment, part of it was news, and part of it is just this for tonight. Yeah, just kind of open chat. Again, you can reach out to me. Some people have reached out to me on Instagram. Oh, what is this? Yeah, some people have messaged me on Instagram, and some people I have accepted requests, and others, I haven't. Especially right now, it's just I don't know what and who, right? Because so much is being used um, against me, or they want to use things. So I there's definitely some, yeah, there's some things out there. That's all I can say. Things and people. Yeah. All right. So let's circle back real quick. See if there's anything else in an update. 5 minutes ago, Trump sends a warning to Iran. Any retaliation will be met with far greater force. So President Donald Trump took to his social media just now, recently tonight, after this announcement, after his address to the nation, to issue a stark warning this time to Iran, vowing overwhelming retaliation if Iran responds with force. In all caps, he wrote, Any retaliation by Iran against the United States of America will be met with force far greater than what was witnessed tonight. Thank you, Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. He wrote this on Truth Social. His post reflects the administration's willingness to escalate further if provoked. That's what I'm saying. So, can we be drawn in? Just that. Some people say that is war. If they strike back, that's what the president is saying. So, any retaliation against is going to cause an escalation. And this is reinforcing the president's long-standing promise that a nuclear-armed Iran will not be tolerated. And then Trump thanks Israeli military, praises great American patriots. So now, without going into like drawing this out, if troops were sent into harm's way, our American men and women, who should go first? I've seen some things. Yeah, I'm just really cautious to speak on. Mimi says, Teddy, you got to check out the artist Leon Thomas. He has a nice vibe. Okay, let's check him out real quick. I want to find out, at least hear some of the music. Maybe we can go out with Leon Thomas. If I can get to it. Yeah, that's what we need, some music. Oh, wow. Prize not fair. He has a big audience.
You have a good life now. 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 We can talk about money, that's fine, I don't care. But I am telling you, if you don't get yourself to a doctor right now, it's not gonna matter the rest of these things. Do you understand me?
You could be global, haven't touched my food in Noble. Cause my eyes all on you, eyes all on you. How did I get so lucky? I'm at the casino, are you coming? Might hit a 10-leg parlay. You make a nigga confident all day. When I look in your eyes, know the world is mine. Call you the prize, call you the prize. Gotta check on me if you got time. Everybody got a vice, you just happen to be mine. Intellectual, super sexual, got the whole store. Didn't know what to get for you. Intellectual, super sexual, got the whole store. Didn't know what to get for you. You such a tease. Can't even front you very well. I underneath. Type to have a room, nigga saying please. Make a man in all white, take a knee. You the prize. You the prize. Yeah.
Because I love you. That's right. You understand? I think so. What does he do for you?
It kind of has like a little bit of lo-fi beat to it as well. Do you get that same sense? Never heard this song. I just picked the first one. It's called Prize. He has a nice voice, but he has better music too. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Check out Unwind with Teddy's community wall for updates. It's 11 o'clock. Actually, it's 11:02. Um, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight. For now, I'll try to come on in the morning. Yeah, haven't had mocha in a while. Yeah, I'll definitely. I'm sure because of the news. Yeah. Ms. Vaughn 50, haven't seen you in a minute, but says, yes, my son played him for me. He definitely has a grown man vibe. Yeah. He's nice. I like different artists, different music. So, yeah, I'm sure he's got a following. His audience is almost 23 million monthly. So that's pretty good. That's really good. Yeah. So thank you for introducing him to me. But now it's time to say goodnight. Keep your bear phones on. Hit the like on your way out. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the Grizzlies. Yeah. Email me. You know where. But now that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. I'll see you sometime in the morning. Good night.